Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm videodiary. As you see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhollow today. What's going on today? Well, I've been enjoying a bit more of a Fawnhallow. Took a bit of a break from it to record some Animal Crossing right now. It's coming along alright. Of course, I had to take a break from it because I need to actually use OBS to record Animal Crossing rather than to actually record drawing. And, you know, I can't draw and make an episode at the same time. Well, maybe I could. Interesting. No, what else happened today? I believe Turning Red, that animated movie has hit Disney Plus. I haven't watched it because I don't have Disney Plus, but if I had it, I'd probably give it a watch. But alas, I don't have it. So hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow at 5:47 PM on Friday, March 11th, 2022. Cautionary tale, so we do know Crazy Red is someone who's visiting today. So hopefully he can provide us with something that we so desire. And we can't, then so be it. Yeah, Turning Red hitting obviously I reasonably keep up with sort of animated movies and that sort of thing because that's animation is much more of a stronger interest of mine compared to other movies. Not to say that I don't enjoy watching other movies. It's just, you know, animation. A lot of times in animation, I'm just like, you know, I watch it because, you know, the fact it's animated does contribute a lot of it because I'm just like, I do like watching it. if you can tell by the fact I've had quite a few episodes in the past, I suppose, of Animal Crossing talking about animation. Raymond might have given us a painting, a robust statue, which I think this is the alien one, right? Oh no, it's the discus dude. I can't remember his name. Yeah, so I tend to pay attention to those sort of things, like whether it's the animated scenes and that sort of thing. But despite the fact I don't really watch even many movies, you know, I talked about it before, like I haven't actually seen Sing or Sing 2, but you know, it's interesting, you know, I saw a trailer, I was like, oh, you know, some of the animation looks quite nice, and you know, of course, and apparently one of the songs in it is actually one which is very catchy, and for me personally, it's sung by, I don't know, the Wolf Girl, I don't know her name, I'm trying to remember, Halsey, the person who voice acts her, I can't remember how it goes, but it was stuck in my head for a couple of days once I saw it. Or listened to it, might be the more appropriate word. But yeah, Turning Red, you might think be like more up my alley. It's a Disney film, or it's a Pixar film, I actually think. You know, Pixar just being now, I suppose, a sub-studio of Disney. And it seemed interesting. It seems like, from what I can tell, just like a trailer about basically puberty and sort of growing up and that awkwardness that comes to it, but you know, in a sort of Disney-fied and Pixar way. I'm not really sure exactly plot-wise where it's going because it seems to centre around a boy band called Four Town, who are, by the way, one of the catchiest songs I've heard. It was written by Billie Eilish and her brother or something like that. But is that her brother? I don't even remember. It was like helping her write it or something. But of course it's set in the early 2000s as I understand it. So of course, you know, the boy band is very much taking strong inspiration from like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, I guess a little bit of One Direction, although One Direction's a bit after 2000, a bit of like later 2000s I think. And it's amazing because I didn't really grow up with Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, like when they, I think that's the one we want. I don't remember if that's the right colour or not, but we are going to open up my videodiary notepad just to check it. It's actually what we want. This is actually one of the three we want, which leaves, that means there's only two more things we'll need after this, and that is the Bust of Nefertiti and the Rosetta Stone. That is unbelievable. Crazy Red, you are on a roll this week. You've given us 2 paintings out of like the 5 we wanted, and including you gave us like one of them we wanted last week. That is incredible. That is incredible. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I pay attention to like the trailers and that sort of thing, despite the fact I haven't really watched it. And, like, there's actually quite a few Pixar movies I haven't watched. You'd probably be surprised by. Like, I'm trying to think. It was like, I hadn't watched Ratatouille for an extremely long time. I think this is a few too many weeds. I don't know if we want all of them here. We'll keep the ones up there on the top thing because they won't spread down to. They won't particularly spread to other areas. We'll get rid of this because I don't like this being here. Like I can't remember. There was some Pixar movie which I haven't seen, which was. There's a lot of Disney movies I haven't seen. Like I haven't seen Moana, which is crazy because Moana is apparently amazing. I just haven't seen it. There's some Pixar movies I haven't seen. Like I hadn't seen Ratatouille for ages. I'm trying to think of what the ones I hadn't seen for actually ages was, which was probably most surprising when I told some friends about it. Because I do like them. I just can't bother to watch movies a lot of times. Probably the explanation. But I do like to sort of keep track of them. And so I watched some of the like surrounding trailers for Turning Red because, you know, of course, my interest is piqued with the fact that it's, you know, following a Chinese protagonist. She might be a Cantonese protagonist. I actually can't remember if it was or the Taiwanese or something. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head because it's been ages since I saw the trailer. But then I saw another promotional thing, which was I forgot Celeste was it yesterday, wasn't she? Anyway, I saw another thing. One of the promotional things was that they were advertising before Town, which I remember from trailers, basically about boy band. In Universal, that sort of thing, except for it was a song they sung, and it's so unbelievably catchy that I'm just like, oh my word. But they utterly nailed with like early 2000s like sort of boy band aesthetic, you know, Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. You know, where all the boys are sort of like singing harmony. How does it go though? I'm never not by your side. Oh my, oh my. I'm never not by your side. Oh my, oh my. Oh no, you're never not on my mind. Oh my, oh my. I'm never not by your side. Your side, your side. I'm never gonna make you cry. Don't cry, don't cry. You know I'll always be your ride or die. I don't remember what the last line is, but it's incredibly catchy. And even he just listened to it, sort of like sent me back careening through years. Oh my god, about 20 years, that's crazy. About early 2000s of when I was very young, and it's not like I was listening to these boy bands, I'll be perfectly honest, because I didn't buy CDs. I know we had like a stereo about something, but I didn't really I listened to the radio sometimes, but I didn't really like go out and buy CDs about something. I was sort of like that awkward in between when, you know, like online MP3s started and MP3 players started being a thing and CDs were like kind of being phased out. So I didn't really get onto like either bandwagon until I suppose much later. Now we've got streaming services and that sort of thing, which I don't even really participate in all that much. But yeah, what was I getting with that? Like, it's something back, like, I know all, like, the boy band songs, well, not all boy band songs, I know quite a few of them. I know the biggest ones, you know, like, I Want It That Way, Backstreet Boys. I think most people know about NSYNC, it could, Bye Bye Bye, and It Could Have Been Me. Actually, is that Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Let's check this before I get this wrong. Hello, Lily. It Could Have Been Me. I think it was NSYNC. What? Oh, no, hold on, Could Have Been Me is, the Sing 2 one, hold on. What did I mean? I thought it was NSYNC. It was like, it could have been me. Oh, it's gonna be me. That's it. And I know, like, some of the members. Actually, I don't know who's in Backstreet Boys, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I know NSYNC, obviously, because Justin Timberlake and, you know, front and centre. It's always like the centre of a band, you know, becomes incredibly popular, whatever, you know. Justin Timberlake, NSYNC, Harry Styles, One Direction. I'm trying to think who else. I don't really know any other boy bands. I mean, I know there's K-pop bands, but I don't really know who's in them, of course. I know BTS, Boy With Love, it's a very good song. I know Jimin. I know RM. Or Rap Monster, that's the only reason I know him. Because it's a very strange stage name, but fair enough, I'm sure he owns it. I don't know if I know the others, I'm going to be perfectly honest, but... Either way, you know, did we haven't flown to Harv's Island yet? I don't think we have. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird. There are no like boy bands nowadays and girl bands, that sort of thing. Like, I feel like casting my mind back to X Factor when they try, you know, like forming them. I mean, that's where One Direction even came from. Right? They were in X Factor, but they didn't win because groups tend to not win X Factor a lot. Apart from Little Mix, I think Little Mix won, didn't they? They were like the first group to win. I think Little Mix was on X Factor. I remember seeing Difference also on X Factor. That's not really a boy group or girl group. I guess that's a kind of a duet. Wasn't that like the Saturdays or something? What other sort of X Factor groups like that? Hold on. X Factor groups. Not winners, just like... Let's have X Factor TV finalists. Okay. Here we go. Groups. How many of these do I remember? Winner. Runner up. Third place. Hold on. Okay. Sort this by category. What the heck is overs? I don't know what that means. Groups, 2 shoes, 5 minutes. Oh, I haven't actually sorted it. I'm dumb. Yeah, groups, that's what mix. Nay, rhythm mix. Didn't know that. Wait, haven't Little Mix like broken up or something? Or is it just like one of their members left or something like that? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, there are only 3 of them now. That's a shame. You know, I suppose I'm sure a lot of a big part of watching a group, any sort of music group, is the fact that all of the members are sort of there, you know, vibing out together, having fun. And it's always a shame when one leaves. But I suppose we don't need any of these, right? No. But it's an inevitability. You can't keep things go on for better, you know, people change and, you know, people have different aspirations in life, that sort of thing. I don't know, Little Mix was very cool. I remember it was my teacher's favourite band, which I only know because, I don't know, one of my friends kept telling me about it and I was like, I don't know how you know this, but okay, sure. Are they still going on? It looks like it's still going on. As a trio between us, planned hiatus. Fair enough, you know, to recharge and work on solo projects. That's the thing, you know, you start as a group, but you don't always end up as a group, and a lot of time you end up diversifying as solo artists and that sort of thing. JLS! I remember JLS. People were so convinced they were going to win, but then, like, Susan Boyle won, or whatever, and I remember the outrage in my, like, primary school class or whatever, when, JLS didn't win. Oh, no, hold on. It was Susan Boyle and Diversity. That was X Factor, wasn't it? No, sorry, Britain's Got Talent. JLS, who did JLS lose to? Let's see. Coming second to Alexandra Berg. It's a very familiar name, but I don't really remember. What's the most famous song? Alexandra Berg. I feel like I should know. Alexandra Berg. I don't know what boon we got, but we're also gonna leave it. Hallelujah. Broken Heels, Bad Boys. I don't remember any of these. I remember it was a thing. At least I don't know if it's still a thing, but it was the general consensus, like, it was better to go on to X Factor and come in second than to come in first, because if you come in first you get locked into a bad contract, but in second you get the publicity and the fame from it, but you get to basically choose a contract as you want, which is how, like, One Direction ended up doing so well, right? They're blue. They were third place. That's pretty good. Raksu? Who's Raksu? 14th series. Raksu, R&B group. I've literally never heard of them, but they won, so, you know, good job to them. One Direction, same difference, I remember them, of course. They made Fascination. That's all of them. So I don't know, yeah. One Direction were very much the titular sort of boy group when I was growing up. Like, I don't know when they actually formed, but, you know, I remember some of the girls talking about it, being like, oh, they're so cute, and that sort of thing. Did I find them cute? I don't know, probably not. I probably was, like, only vaguely aware of who they even were, I'm going to be honest. And I don't mean that in, like, an entitled sense of being like, oh, look how much better I am. In fact, I don't pay attention to, like, boy groups and girl groups, like other people my age. No, I just, like, I basically had zero awareness of anything going on in sort of, like, popular culture. Even now I have, like, zero, well, okay, I'm not going to say I have zero awareness, but I'm not particularly, like, well informed of that sort of situation. What are we going to do for, like, 10 minutes? I don't know, that's a good question. Have we gone cabin sailing? We haven't gone cabin sailing. Let's go do that. Get some gyros. We will certainly need to do some exercise workouts, but we'll try and get these Nookmar missions done. Of course, we don't. Hold on. What did Pecan even give us? I don't know. Everyone else vibing out here. Pecan wearing a very cute outfit. You know, actually, I'll talk about it tomorrow's episode. About something interesting I learned about Animal Crossing yesterday. But we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm trying to think. One Direction. Can I name the members of One Direction? That's a good question. I know everyone knows Harry Styles because, you know, he's most popular. The leader, the centre, whatever. Always the one who gets most of the spotlight, I'm sure. I'm trying to think. I think there's someone called, like, Zayn, because I remember he left. That's the only thing I know about him. I don't know the others. I think one of them's, like, Irish or something. And one of them's got a guitar. Like, I can sort of picture him in my mind. Is one of them called Liam? I think one of them's called Liam. I didn't mean chat to you again. I don't have actually anything to give to you. Satin dress. What did you give us? A mushroom salad. We already know this recipe. Stack of books. So we're slowly hitting a point where we're running out of recipes to actually learn from our villagers. And I'm trying to think. Is one called, like, Nick or Chris or something? Something like that. I feel like, was it O'Payne? Is that Liam O'Payne? Is that? Wait, one of them's called Niall. That's right. That's the guy with, like, he had, like, the not the updo. Is it called updo? Undercut sort of hairstyle, I think. Hold on. One Direction. Zayn Malik. That has just come to mind randomly. Oh, Liam Payne, not O'Payne. Harry Styles, of course. And Lewis. Or Louis. Niall Horan. Are they broken up? 10-year anniversary event on 2020. That's pretty cool. We'll probably stop ages ago, right? Hiatus. Is it hiatus, quote. Representative denied for report of a statement to bidding. Nothing's planned at hiatus planned at all will be revealed in due time. Okay. I mean, it kind of seems like we're not promoting anymore, so, you know, fair enough. I mean, doing it for 10 years is very different, I suppose, you know. We probably started when we were like 16-ish or something, and now we're like 26-ish or something. I actually don't know their ages. Age 28. So we started when we were about 18. No, 16. That's about right. Who's the youngest of all of them? It's always wild, like, how young some of these, like, boy groups and girl groups start, you know? Wasn't Justin Timberlake, like, 14 when NSYNC started? Who's in Backstreet Boys? I should look this up. Backstreet Boys. Who's, like, the leader of Backstreet Boys who became super famous? Which one of these do I recognise? Let's see. AJ McLean, Harry Durer, Nick Carter. Well, Nick Carter's the only name I feel like I recognise, but... Is he the centre? He does look like a centre, so maybe maybe that's sort of disproving a point there. It's weird to think about. Like, obviously I never had that experience of going into like a singing audition or something like that, because I'm not particularly like well-versed and vocally. Well-versed, but can you imagine just like sort of... I'm just sort of trying to imagine it, like 14 to 18-year-old me, you know, applying for X Factor or whatever, singing my heart out or whatever, and as most of these groups sort of go, well, at least the One Direction story, I remember it because I feel like I've seen some episodes from it when it was live. When it's airing, they like sang and you auditioned, but you know you didn't get through, or you did get through, but you didn't go through to the second round. And then, you know, like one of the judges is like, I think these 5 people would make a really good group together. And then, you know, you get called back and you're basically like, all right, you know, you didn't make it through to the previous round, but we're going to give you one chance to make it through to the next round with a group of like these 4 other people you've never met before. And it's sort of just like, oh, you know, that sort of apprehension, that anxiety, be like, am I going to synergize well with these people? Am I not? I don't really know. Like, are we going to get along? Do we have the same sort of ambitions? Are there going to be any disputes? We don't really know each other that well. You basically had to become sort of like, not best of friends, but you had to become very quick friends very quickly. But I suppose there was no better way than like the chance of sort of like national, international stardom, I suppose, within your reach, should you like perform well. It's a very defining moment of your life, and it's sort of very all-encompassing, you know. I'm not saying it in a bad way, because I guess that's kind of what you want when you want stardom. I don't know. I feel like I'd be a very strange star at like age 16. I don't think I'd be emotionally... Well, actually, maybe I would be emotionally mature enough. I don't know. I'd certainly be very different. Probably handle it differently. You know, I can't imagine teenagers are necessarily the best at handling like international stardom. I'd imagine it gets to your head very quickly. And especially if you don't have like good mature mentors, I suppose, to guide you. It's a very difficult situation to sort of corral. Let's try and wait, what are we doing mission-wise? I should have paid attention to that. Selling items, buying items, shooting down a balloon, and deep-sea diving. Okay. That's all a little bit awkward. Anyway, that's all stemming from Fortan being a centre part of, not centre part, a central story thematic of Turning Red, which I don't really know how that is going to play out. But, you know, part of me is also like, I wonder if I would just like, if I eventually do watch it, I'm just like, oh, you know, I just can't relate to it, because I watch it and I'm just like, oh, you know, I've never had that moment where I sort of like fawned over like a celebrity or like a current like pop group or something like that, and I'm just like, oh, you know, like, you know, I don't stan any groups, or never have stanned any groups. But certainly there are groups whose music I like a lot more, including, you know, some K-pop groups I suppose would be the closest analogue. You were like, who are your favourite K-pop groups? I like G-Friend and I's one. They've all like stopped making music now, and it's only because I like some of their songs quite a lot. That's not things to sell probably. To get 5,000, but when I say I stand them, I don't really say I stand them. Even though like I've heard quite a lot of K-pop songs. You know, music does tend to sort of stay in my mind quite well. Oh, we should just catch this. This is probably a very easy way to sell something for 5,000, isn't it? It sounds like 1,000 or something. I don't think I've ever been that fan. Like I've never gone out to like. I've been to a music concert, but I've never like bought tickets to go see someone in a music concert in person. I've never bought their merchandise. I don't learn like anything about the band members. I sort of just listen to a song and be like, yeah, that's it for me. And to be fair, everyone else engages. Well, not everyone else. Everyone engages with, you know, the things that they like in a different sort of way, I suppose. So I guess that's kind of, you know, just the way I do it. That's the way that ends up feeling most comfortable for me. And that's fair enough. I shouldn't have to feel the need to like, justify it or in any sort of sense, because there is no need to justify it. It just is what it is, isn't it? Apparently we way overdid the 5,000 mark. Let us buy some customization kits as well, because we definitely need some. So yeah. Anyway, this is just because I'm announcing right now I'm going to start standing Fawnhallow in the hit movie Turning Red. This is now a Fawnhallow themed channel instead of Animal Crossing or any sort of video game themed channel. We'll just be covering the song, talking about Fawnhallow news. You might be, hey, how does that work if they're animated, characters? They sort of don't exist outside the realm of the actual movie, so there's probably only so much you can talk about. You'd be surprised if Twitter's anything to go by. You'd be surprised about how much sort of mileage you can get out of just one sort of 90-minute movie. Anyway, the whole thing was just me just being like, oh, I think that's a really fun idea to get basically a sort of like an early 2000s sort of boy band group in sort of like a movie, and I guess it's not like it makes me feel old, and I don't think I feel old all that often. I just like feel as I am. But it's like, things from my childhood now are now becoming things which are like nostalgia trips, I suppose, in movies, which is a very interesting sort of thing to sort of come to terms with, I suppose. And plus it just seems like a fun thing, sort of a fun thing to watch, and presumably if Turning Red really is so centrally themed about, going through puberty and that sort of thing, I suppose boy groups or girl groups, any sort of popular group, it's definitely something which should be touched upon. Well, maybe not touched upon, but it's a very sort of apt thing for that sort of scenario, right? Anyway, I checked Rotten Tomatoes. It seems like the critics do like Turning Red. It only came out today, so I can't imagine there's been too many people like talking about it. Unless, do critics get movies early? Maybe, I don't know. I wonder if Disney would participate in that. I guess they would. I guess that makes sense, right? Because it's definitely early. There's definitely early screenings for like other movies out there. I don't know why Disney would be any different. But anyway, yeah, go listen to the. If you're someone who grew up with like early 2000s like boy groups, girl groups, and that sort of thing, and wanted a bit of a nostalgia trip, definitely go listen to the. What's it even called? Nobody Like You or something? I don't actually know what the song's called. Just search for Town and you'll find like Pixar's music video for it. It's very catchy, and it is very sort of nostalgic in that sort of sense. Amusing, I might say. You never know on my mind. Oh my, oh my. And you look at the sort of designs, and you can very clearly, I suppose you can sort of see like the sort of personalities, and I'm saying sort of quite a lot on her, probably because I don't really know what I'm saying about this sort of thing. The personalities of the characters and the inspirations, I suppose. They have like they've got the leader, with his like fresh cut and whatever, the weird clothing which shows just a little bit of stomach or abs, which is a little bit strange to a certain degree, but I suppose if that makes all the fangirls and fanboys go wild, and I suppose it's doing its job. They've got like a K-pop inspired member, like the stuff cute Iwi one. They got like I know the sporty dude, and they got like the funny one, and they got I don't really know what the other guy is, and I think he's meant to be like the romantic one or something. Who really knows? I don't know. Someone go watch a movie and tell me, or maybe I'll watch a movie at some point. I should probably get Disney Plus at some point, so I can actually like watch all these movies which I've never watched. Things like Moana, etc., etc. So I can actually be like, ooh, I've actually seen them. Be part of that Disney crowd. Do I want to be part of that Disney crowd? I don't know. I just like Disney movies. I just like animation. I like animation, me. So we're going to just do... I don't know. I've talked about literally nothing, I think, this entire time. I'm trying to think. Because, like... When did One Direction start? It was in secondary school, maybe. No, I think about it. One Direction pop band. When are you officially formed? 2010. That would have put me... Yeah, that would have put me in secondary school, wouldn't it? No, that would have put me last year... primary school, maybe, because I don't remember One Direction being like the talk of town. I remember Diversity, that dance troupe, that became second, or maybe won. No, I think they won in Britain's Got Talent. That was very much what people were always talking about and that sort of thing. Like all the other girls in my class were like fawning over and that sort of thing. That's what I remember. Are they still going on? How old's that little kid now, right? Little kid's probably like 22, right? I'd imagine he's like 2 years younger than me. Diversity. Very musical group? I thought. Dance group. Yeah, dance group. Dance troupe. How old's that guy now? Are they still going? Diversity in 2009. Are they still going 2017 pantomime debut? It was announced. Let's see. Balance up close and personal. Limitless talk. When did they stop? Oh, I'm a little bit early. I'm trying to read this. I can't read this. A lot of people have left. So my school and university while others had jobs of their own. I've left diversity, but currently managed by. Oh, they're still going on. It seems. I suppose it's more like a rotating sort of group of people. They have a website and everything. Diversity Street Dance. Is this guy? Who's that young kid? That must be him. Look at his like massive afro now. That's got to be him, right? Diversity dances us into a frenzy. I remember watching them. It was pretty cool to see them performing. If they're still going strong, awesome. Every diversity performance ever at Britain's Got Talent. I think I missed them. One of the things here. They're still doing tours. Awesome. Hey, Susan Boyle's here as well. How's she doing? She doing well? Scottish singer? I mean, as long as your Wikipedia page still has present on it. But it certainly bodes well, I suppose, for your career. Unless you retired early. I'd imagine a lot of these acts probably could retire early with the amount of popularity and fame they got. Anyway, you two sort of here just sort of vibing, sipping your coffees, and I'm going to round off this episode here. So anyway, I don't know, go listen to that full down radio if you want. That's kind of catchy. But for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me Dear Darling Discord and follow me down below on Twitter down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye, 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 bye. Get it? Ha.